first official episode of the Bubba-Jo Show. Again, critiquing, analyzing, reviewing WWE, wrestling industry in general. We just got done watching Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. The build-up to it was so-so. The delivery on the build-up was still so-so.
So, at least they're consistent.
Yeah, at least there's not much. See, here's the thing. So, Randy Orton wins, which was good. I enjoyed that. Good job, Randy.
Thought he was going to tap out, and I was going to have to
this close.
be angry.
Kofi retains his title, which was a good match. Awesome. I liked the angle with the peeling off of the shoe and that kind of stuff. Was interesting. Didn't quite know what to expect there. Kofi retains. The Divas match. Why don't you explain the Divas match, Bubba? A couple of weeks ago, I got a text from my esteemed colleague here, and he tells me that the Divas match is going to was really good that week on Raw, and maybe it would be decent in Hell in a Cell. And for those of you that saw it,
well, I saw. Okay. Well, first there was. I mean, I know these two didn't have anything to do with it, but there was the Natalya Beth Phoenix match, which I promise you was really, really good.
I can believe that.
It was amazing. Twitter blew up after that match because of those two. And then Raw. Was it last week? When did I send it? Last week or 2 weeks ago? I don't remember. It's not important. I'm sitting there and the Divas match comes on and I'm on my phone. I'm not paying attention. And then I start hearing, I thought, I could have been wrong, but it sounded like the crowd was chanting, "This is awesome." And I'm like, during a Divas match, so I'm like, what? So I rewound it on the DVR and watched it, and it was pretty decent. I mean, it wasn't
outstanding.
It wasn't a 5-star match or anything. It wasn't great, but for a Divas match, for Eve and Layla, it was pretty good, I thought.
Yeah.
And so, like a jackass, I tell everybody, like, oh, the Divas, I think they're stepping up their game a little bit. That was two pretty good Divas matches. And so I try to hype up the triple threat at Hell in a Cell because I thought, oh, it might be pretty good. I don't know if the girls were just having an off night. To be fair, it seemed like a lot of people were having an awful lot of
I was going to bring up next year.
People were screwing up. But I thought the girls, thanks a lot, Eve, Caitlin, Layla, you made me look bad. Although, you have to admit, Eve was doing pretty good. I mean, she's got some submission moves and some technical wrestling. So even if the match sucked, Eve is improving.
Did a decent job. I was just gonna bring up next.
I think it's Layla's fault, actually.
Well, and they were having an off night, and I was gonna mention that, and there was a lot of blown spots. You want to talk about blown spots? We'll talk about Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah.
That was a blown spot. The botch fest was what I was going to call it.
It was difficult to watch.
Hits the top rope, comes down, stands there. They have this awkward night at the Roxbury Exchange. I don't know what's going on. But the finish to that match, the go home, was a good one because the
Let's go to the clip.
Yeah, we're just kidding. We're not that fancy yet.
By that we mean pause this video and go look it up somewhere else.
YouTube as well. We'll wait. Was it awesome? Anyway, the finish, RKO. It was awesome. I was excited. We were amped when we saw it. Kind of got our attention here. Anyway, Botch Fest. That's what I decided to call that entire series of matches. You know, so yeah, the Divas match was underwhelming to say the least. We got a couple filler matches in Justin Gabriel and Antonio Cesaro.
Another match which wasn't as good as it should have been.
No,
I
I
felt.
think a lot of that was audience. I don't know if you call it participation.
Yeah, you want to talk about the crowd sitting on their hands all night?
Yeah,
even when CM Punk and Ryback came out, it wasn't much of a reaction.
Yeah, I think the Divas match put them to sleep, so that was their excuse because it came on right after.
Yeah.
It's hard to follow something that awful. But yeah, there was. I didn't know what. I really enjoyed Antonio and Justin because they're talented and they're good workers. Oh, yeah. But there was that match. Antonio retained. Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara versus the Primetime Players. Decent tag match. I enjoyed it. Hopefully nothing serious happened to Sin Cara's head. There was a spot where he did
another botch.
Like another botch. He did a kind
does
of
he botch a lot?
He does.
People seem to think he does.
I've seen it
don't
all
know
over.
that I've noticed.
I never really noticed. I've seen a lot on the wrestling memes page.
Yeah, he gets a lot of crap from them, and
yeah,
I never noticed that he botched that much. I don't know if it's just.
If you're watching this, check out if you're a wrestling fan. If you're not, this wouldn't do you any good at all. Check out the wrestling memes page. It's pretty funny sometimes. Yeah. Another site I follow is Kayfabe. I've never really known how to pronounce this.
Yeah.
If someone can comment below and leave the phonetic pronunciation of whether it's Kayfab or Kayfabe.
I've always said Fabe.
Kayfabe because there's an E at the end. Whatever. Kayfabe news, fake news about a fake sport. It's pretty funny.
It's fun stuff.
It's a good gas. So that match happened. What else did we see? Intercontinental, we covered that.
Intercontinental was good. Tag team titles.
Tag team championships. Now there was a finish I wasn't too keen on with a DQ finish. I liked that it looked like Kane was fighting with himself as far as whether or not, to be the old Kane, the monster Kane. It looked for a second like he was just going to go off the wall, which was kind of what I was hoping for in that kind of angle. I just don't get it. I don't know. The Road Scholars, I think, will get the title at a later time.
Yeah, eventually. They're gonna be tag team
champions. It's gonna happen.
It was a good match.
It was.
Just
I
the
enjoyed
ending
it.
That was stupid.
The ending was dumb.
It was a good match. I think that's why the ending sucks so much, because it was a good match, and that's how they ended it,
right?
With a DQ.
And they did some backstage. They had a shenanigan. What do you call it? A segment. Him and Daniel arguing, and Daniel's a pretty funny guy. It seems he's got a lot of good comedic stuff, which was cool to watch. One of my highlights of the night, and I think everybody's highlight of the night, was Big Show Sheamus. That was a good match. Sheamus got rocked.
Twice.
Twice. With the punch. But I'm talking about from start to finish in that match.
Well, yeah.
He was just dominating.
In all fairness, Sheamus shouldn't have won that match. It's a good thing he didn't.
Right.
Because had he won, that would have made no sense.
It would have been awful.
Yeah.
He had welts. He was bleeding from the chest from Big Show's chops. It was kind of hard to watch. But at the same time, I'm glad to see Big Show come out on top with that World Heavyweight Championship over his shoulder. A long time coming, and it lasted officially more than 45 seconds this time. So way to erase that bad memory for Big Show, the Big Show fans here and across the world.
Exactly. No Ziggler cash-in was kind of surprising.
No Ziggler cash-in at the end of that one was surprising.
Didn't even show up.
I'm glad it didn't happen because
Big Show deserves a decent run.
Exactly. So I'm glad that didn't happen.
It was weird that it didn't.
They even showed him during the match, watching the match backstage from a prompter, and nothing doing for whatever reason. But that was a good match, and I was excited to see it. And now I'm going to move on, if you don't mind.
I don't care.
To what was probably the biggest under-delivered match of the night. And here's why I'm upset. It's the main event. It's the WWE Championship. It is the gimmick match that the pay-per-view is named after. And you give us an ending like that. Right, it was interesting. It had my interest. Ryback was pulling off. I was convinced that Punk could maybe legitimately beat the guy because he was capitalizing on Ryback's mistakes. Punk got a pretty good gash on his arm there. It was pretty convincing for the most part. And then he goes into his, from the meat hook clothesline to the shell shock thing. Yeah. And then the ref steps in the way. And I made a comment, did I not? I made a comment when the match first started.
Yeah.
When CM Punk went in the ring, I said, "Who is this guy?"
Some no-name ref.
Where's Mike Chioda?
It was weird that we actually brought up that the ref was actually brought up.
Yeah, and he was the same ref from the guy that botched the pin in Night of Champions, I think. Or no, the night after Night of Champions with the foot on the rope thing.
Oh yeah.
That's the same guy.
It was.
And that's where I recognized him from. But I was like, where's Mike Chioda? Where's Scott Armstrong? Where's the established referees? And that's some idiot ref. I mean, no, I don't know you personally, but I kind of take offense to the fact that some, like, entry-level referees reffing our main event. You know what I mean? And it was weird. And then it paid off when the ref stepped in front of Ryback and just gave him a low blow. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What was shocking, no one saw that coming.
Yeah.
So you got to give him that at least.
Yeah, you swerved us. You swerved us good.
That was good, Vinnie Mac, you bastard.
Yeah, that was good. You swerved us. I was expecting a Lesnar run-in.
We were hoping for a Lesnar run-in. And then, so the ref does his thing, low blow, fast count.
Right.
And then they continued to not deliver.
Yeah, and here's how. Okay, Ryback,
let me tell you,
just throws Punk into the cage.
Awesome.
Demolishes this referee. I mean, just from the ring, tosses him straight to the cage. He hits the floor. Dunsies. He takes CM Punk outside the cell and is going to throw him into the cell. And the whole time, everyone in my living room is thinking, Ziggler cash in.
Like Vicky's in charge, or they're gonna make up some crazy rule as to why it's okay for him to cash it in on CM Punk, and it's gonna be awesome.
It would have been fantastic, but Punk climbs the top of the cage, and I'll give you this: Punk climbing that cell got me amped up pretty fast.
Oh my god!
Because I have not seen anyone go to the top of that cell since they restructured it and made it, about 5 to 10 feet higher than what it used to be.
Stupid reason.
So I was excited to see what was happening. Ryback followed on. We were freaking out. He hit the shell shock. We didn't know if it was going to break through. We were hoping it didn't break through because that's like a 20 feet fall now.
I was kind of hoping it did.
Part of me wanted it to.
Because it was like, I mean...
He swerved us in the end and gave us a big bump.
Yeah. I mean, you're glad it didn't because that could have really hurt CM Punk.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're like, okay, that's how the match ended. Something big is about to happen. He's about to fall through the cell. And then that didn't happen. You're like, okay.
But Ziggler still didn't show.
You're like, maybe Ziggler's now.
And the commentators, Michael Cole, Jim Ross, JBL, prefaced the match on commentary saying the fall can take place anywhere. Now, that means it doesn't have to be in the ring. It can be on the floor. It can be on the top of the cell. So with that in mind, I'm thinking Ziggler's going to run in, climb the top of that cell, pin Punk. We have a new WWE champion.
Yeah.
Show goes off the air. Ziggler holding the title over his head, and that just did not come through. Part of me wonders this, and this is something for you guys to watch out for, you wrestling fans. Something for you guys to look out for. Tomorrow night on Raw, if there's any kind of fallout between CM Punk, Ryback, which I guarantee there will be. Ryback shows up, lays the place out. Absolutely lays it out. I wouldn't be surprised if Ziggler cashed it in then. I mean, same thing if it was, God forbid this happened, if it was a Big Show Sheamus fallout and Big Show was rendered, or it was incapacitated, lying in the ring, Ziggler comes in, 1, 2, 3, takes the title off Show.
No. I want Ziggler to be champion, but not yet. Unless it's against CM Punk.
Right. So...
Not that I want CM Punk to lose.
Well, no, but...
it would just make it really interesting if... Ziggler cashed in.
I'd rather see a CM Punk Ziggler feud.
Yeah.
It'd be much better.
Yeah.
It'd be like...
Have they had... I'm sure they've had a match.
I'm sure.
But,
I just don't know if they've ever...
But for them to have like a main event kind of title match, that would have to be...
That'd be fantastic. That'd be high
that
quality.
kind of caliber match.
Right. I would be very amped to see something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, overall rating of the show at 5 stars. What do you give it?
I gotta give it like 2.5. Like almost split down the middle.
Yeah.
Because I mean there were good matches and there was a lot of stuff that I liked, but then there was also.
Yeah, I'll go half a point or half a star and give it an even 3. Just because I did like the Kofi match and I was glad that Big Show won the title.
Yeah.
That'll give it 3. Had it gone the way I wanted it to go, which it never does. Wrestling, if you're new to wrestling, never expect anything to go the way you want it. Because we pretty much had this whole thing mapped out.
We knew exactly what was going to happen.
In typical WWE fashion, they swerve us. Not that I'm upset. I'm not going to quit watching the product because that'd be insanity. It's just that, you know, you think you know, but you have no idea. Who can know?
Who can know?
Who can know? Open a book. Anyway, open a book.
They have no idea what we're talking about.
They don't. But you could, because we could. It could happen. That's all I'm saying. Just open a book.
Open a book.
Once in a while. I'll open a book. I opened this book to set it on the table.
Yep.
I've actually read through the book. It's the WWE Encyclopedia. So
it's a good one.
It is. It's actually quite informative. If you're new to wrestling, or even if you're a wrestling fan, take a look at that. Okay, here we go. Which predictions panned out? Which predictions did not?
I don't think any of my predictions panned out.
We predicted.
I'm pretty sure all my predictions were wrong.
We predicted Road Scholars. Didn't happen.
Well, technically they did win.
Yeah.
But we...
So we're safe. They didn't get the belts.
So
we're 1 for 1 on that.
So, yeah.
We're at 50-50 on that result.
It's like, count on, we're half right.
We both said Kofi was going to keep the title.
Oh, okay. We got that one right.
We got that one right. I don't know if we made a call on the Big Show Sheamus one.
We thought for sure Ziggler was going to come and cash it in either way.
Yeah, so, I mean...
We didn't pick between Sheamus and Big Show. We were just like, well, whoever wins... Ziggler's going to walk away
right,
with that.
so we didn't really pick.
So we were wrong.
There was no need to pick. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, shame on Giant Gonzalez. So, they don't know who that is.
Google him.
Google Giant Gonzalez, WWE, gigantic man.
Freaky looking.
How about this? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, shame on Ric Flair. Shame on Hulk Hogan.
Yes. All the shame
on Hulk Hogan.
the shame on Hulk Hogan.
Not even because of the scandal that's hit him right now.
Although that's part of it.
Although that's a large part of it, brother. It's just, what you're doing to TNA is
Stop it. I used to like TNA a lot.
I don't frequent TNA, and I did once in a while peruse what they had to offer until Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan took over, and I decided to distance.
I would say you should still watch it just for the matches. Like, if you watched it and if you didn't pay attention to any of the storylines, if you just watched it for the matches, you could really enjoy TNA right now because
I know it's high quality.
They have great matches and they have great guys. Yeah. That some of them I wish would come to WWE.
Samoa Joe, if you ever watch this,
if you're listening,
please to God, sign the deal.
Run.
Dry the ink. Make it happen.
Kick Hogan in the head.
In the head. For all of us. For wrestling, I mean, I respect the guy for what he's done for the business. Yeah.
But screw him.
Shame on Hulk Hogan. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, shame on Hulk Hogan. That's the new slogan. It rhymes. It's gonna happen. Jet Action Jackson.
Boom.
Boom. All the Jacksons. Tito, Jermaine, Randy,
LaToya,
Michael, Janet, Samuel, any of them.
I only know like LaToya.
LaToya.
Papa Joe.
Papa Joe, Catherine, Paris, Michael.
Blanket.
blanket. All of them. Whoopi Goldberg. Just because she...
What are we talking about?
I don't know, folks. We've gone off on a tangent. A really long tangent.
Yeah.
We went from Hogan slogan, it's happening, Jackson.
Action Jackson.
To all the Jacksons.
To the Jacksons.
To the actual Jacksons.
Action Jackson.
Action
to
Jackson.
The actual Jackson.
Blank Man. He's not a Jackson.
But he could be.
But he could be.
Damon Wayans.
He's bald and beautiful. Not that that's a requirement for being a Jackson.
Yeah.
You just
Clearly,
gotta
some of them.
You just gotta be real messed up, I guess. Fight over money. Those stingy people. God bless them. So, anyway, that's the new catchphrase. When we're upset with someone, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, fool me 3 times, shame on Hulk Hogan. The official Bubba-Jo slogan. So that pick, going all the way back to where this train derailed, was the Big Show Sheamus ordeal. That pick didn't pan out because we didn't really pick. We put our chips on Dolph Ziggler, who, for whatever reason, got a paycheck for standing there and watching a monitor.
Hey.
So, hey, Dolph, thanks for that one.
I can't say I'm disappointed that much, though, because Big Show won.
Well, yeah, but I still want to see him cash in tonight.
But Big Show won.
I mean, on Punk.
Oh, yeah.
I'd much rather see him.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about for that.
Well, no.
Like, I didn't really want to see him cash in.
Well, that would have been a great story twist.
Oh.
So that CM Punk did pan out the way I thought it would, as far as him retaining the title.
Yeah.
How it happened, I would have never, ever seen that coming
for
a million years. When the ref stepped out in front of him, I was like, what is wrong? Like, he's not breaking a rule. And then he decided to break his balls. Pardon the French that I didn't even use there. He just low-blowed him like it was no big deal. And it is a big deal. Greasy-haired ref. It's a huge deal.
And then somehow that's enough to pin Ryback, apparently.
The guy who's gone undefeated.
His one weakness. Which I suppose is all of our weaknesses.
Well, yeah, it's like the hard reset button on a guy. You just hit it one time, and it takes a while to reboot like a computer.
Yeah.
It just happens. So, now that the whole locker room knows Ryback's weakness, I don't think he's going to get any kind of push. So that didn't work out. I mean, it worked out, like I said, how I thought, how they got there. I wouldn't have seen it. And it was a short match. Was it a short match to you?
It felt short.
It felt very short-lived. The
whole pay-per-view felt short.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot. I was expecting a lot. Like I said, 3 stars.
2.5.
2.5. 3 stars. What do you guys think? Did you guys watch it? Did you guys read about it? What do you think of the results? Let us know. Rusty, if you're watching, Zack Ryder dressed up as a witch in a woman's costume. So there's your man.
He said he was supposed to be Eve.
Eve.
So it was kind of funny.
It was kind of funny. But
Santino was Lady Gaga.
Yeah, and cameo by Ron Simmons. That was awesome. It's always good to see Ron Simmons on TV in some form or another. So
I miss Ron Simmons.
Yeah, me too. Miss you. So that's our review of
Sorry.
What?
No, continue.
What were you saying?
I need you now. More than words can say, I need you now. I don't. That's all I know.
I recognize the lyrics.
I think it's Lady Antebellum.
Oh, it's 1:15.
Maybe.
I'm a little drunk
And I need you now. Said I wouldn't call, but I lost all control, and I need you now. And I don't know how I can do without. I just need you now.
I thought you said that those were the only words you knew.
Well, when you reminded me of what song it was from.
You just went off on like a whole nother chorus, this guy.
I couldn't remember it was that song as soon as you said it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I know that one.
Yeah. I lost my truck and dog, and I'm lost out in the fog, and I need you now. Not a big country music fan. I can.
I like. There's like a handful that I like. I like that song.
Lady
I don't know if I like the group.
Yeah, they're okay.
Like
They've had a couple good ones. I know my girlfriend likes them.
Yeah.
Why are we reviewing music?
What is happening?
It's your fault. You started singing the song.
Well, alright. Never mind. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Damn.
That's our review of Hell in the Cell. A couple other cool things coming at you real quick. You see this game? WWE 12. Starting Tuesday, you can just
throw that right in the garbage.
Out the window. As
Right
I
in the trash.
Adjusted. I was landed right in the trash in our studio here. You can throw it away. WWE 13.
Actually, yeah.
WWE 13 is coming out. It's got everything 12 has and more.
Well, it doesn't have some of the characters.
True.
There are a few characters that are in 12 that won't be in 13.
But will you miss them, is the thing.
A couple.
Like who?
Michael McGillicuddy. I enjoy that he's
Wait, why is he not in that game? Why is he not in 13?
I don't know. He was in 12, though. Well, 12 was around the time that him and David Otunga were
A major
tag team champions.
If you can call him major.
Nothing against Otunga and McGillicuddy, but that tag team was bad.
Blue Chunks.
Yeah. But yeah, I like them.
I didn't know.
Can't remember. No one else comes to mind. Husky Harris.
No, I'm okay with that.
He's good to have as a jobber. But I suppose...
But you got Zack Ryder.
I suppose over 100 characters, you can't find anybody to job.
But over 100 characters, folks.
It's mostly just Michael McGillicuddy that on this.
Over 100 characters in this game. You gotta check it out. Biggest roster. If you're a wrestling fan and you've played the franchise before, SmackDown versus Raw, and then it just turned into WWE 12, you gotta check it out. It's gonna be great.
Having never played it, it's the best game ever.
Yeah, and look out for another video, because when this game comes out, we're actually going to film us and our man Ted, who had to go home. We understand, Ted, okay? If you're watching this video, you're thinking, so hilarious, they started singing Lady Antebellum, and my God, it was so funny, I could have joined in. Yeah, you could have.
But you didn't.
But you didn't. Sleep well, my friend. Sleep well. Anyway, wow, there are so many rabbit trails in this segment. And when I say this segment, this is the only segment we've ever done. Lordy, lordy. There's a
Keith Jordy.
Keith? Who is... Oh, I don't even want to ask.
South Park.
Keith Jordy, apparently. Kip.
Like it matters. Why are we talking
I don't know. WWE 13, my goodness.
Get it. Shameless plug that we're not even getting paid for it.
No, we're not. We're not getting paid
Just as a
anything
fan.
for it. As a fan,
It's gotta be great.
you gotta play the game and not Triple H. Hey, will it be short hair Triple H? Probably not, but it will be shaved head Undertaker.
Yes, shaved head Undertaker. And there's like 3 different Triple H's.
But don't worry, because if you don't like the shaved head Undertaker, they've got Attitude Undertaker from like the Ministry,
yeah.
that area, then when he was like awesome. He's always been awesome, but when his look was awesome. 3 different Triple H's, and I don't think corporate Triple H is one.
No,
You
unfortunately.
Hunter, you never go full corporate.
Never go full corporate.
You don't do it. You had great hair.
He had beautiful
You
hair.
had beautiful hair.
It'd be like when Kevin Nash, remember when he went short hair?
Yeah.
Well, that was a sad
You just
day.
shaved it.
That was a sad
he
day
can.
in all of our lives.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash went, because Kevin Nash has luscious...
He does.
Can I just say that?
Of all-
luscious,
okay.
beautiful locks, Kevin Nash.
Of all the
If
things...
you're ever seeing this, love your hair.
We love your hair.
Love you too. Like the rest of you is great too, but
I wish you would have finished your program with CM Punk. Can I just say, I would have been okay
as
with
if he's
watching.
watching, he might.
He might be.
Who knows?
You're telling me you love his hair. I can tell him that I wish he would have wrestled.
All right, fair enough.
For another month or 2.
Yeah.
Sign a deal. So here's the thing. Of all these guys cutting their hair, the one that hasn't cut their hair that probably needs to would be good old Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels. Oh, he's weird.
Yeah.
But
I
he's
mean,
starting to lose it, and that's going to look worse. He's going to look like Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman or Mr. Shame on You, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Hulk Hogan's is all fake.
Yeah, they're plugs, huh?
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Like extensions.
Yeah.
The
fake man.
The guy whose wife he slept with was saying that on the radio. By the way, Hulk Hogan's suing him and his wife.
Really?
Yeah. They were best friends. It was Hulk Hogan slept with Bubba the Love Sponge. He's a radio host.
Yeah.
Slept with his wife. Bubba the Love Sponge said it was okay. Like, they had a whole thing. Bubba wouldn't go into detail on the radio. But apparently now Hulk Hogan is suing Bubba the Love Sponge and his wife.
Really?
Yeah, so they're not friends anymore.
Well,
and I never liked Bubba the Love Sponge. I listened to his radio show, but so I never thought I'd take his side on anything. But I support him 110% in saying fudge. I'm not allowed to swear.
Screw you.
Screw Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
And the horse he rode in on.
And the horse.
Hulk Hogan is a piece of crap.
Piece of crap.
And not to mention, like we said earlier, ruining TNA. Single-handedly.
One-handedly. Brother. One hand. I'm
It's
sorry.
the sound of silence because nobody's at the TNA show.
Actually, I don't know. Hold on. Hulk? Hello? Hulk, it's retirement calling. You want to take the call? Take the call, Hulk. My God. Where were we even taught? WWE 13. Just go buy it. I'm going to look at the endless barrage of wrestling stuff. I actually attended this one live, so this one holds a special place in my heart. So I'm not gonna. And then I just have all this stuff, and I'm gonna buy it. If you're a fan, you should too. I believe that's all that we have for you on this particular segment. We're gonna film, like we said, footage of us playing WWE. We're not even gonna like test run the game, people. You're gonna get our first blush reactions. We're just gonna set up the camera and roll with it. So what you see and what you hear is what you get. And it's probably going to be nothing short of entertaining for you and awesome for us. So if I can hit the camera at one. Oh yeah, hit the camera. Alright, he's Bubba. I'm Joe. And until next time, we're tapping out.